Hey guys, Matt Gaskell here. Going to do another how-to on putting together complex handle scales. I like to put them together before putting them on the knife. I think it's a lot simpler. So I'm going to take you through my process. Got some wood for the handle. I got some synthetic, some OD green canvas micarta for the bolster, and some orange G10 liners. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing I usually do is cut up my materials. I already had these cut up, so I'm not going to take you through those steps. I'll just go ahead and make a mark. That way I know what areas I need to square up. So this tells me I need to have this side square and that square. Next, I need to cut my G10 to size. Lay it out a bit here. So gives me an idea. And I just kind of make some marks. There we go. Hopefully y'all can see my marks now. There we go. And then I take my speed square and go ahead and draw the rest of my lines real quick. I want to use a little bit of a thinner piece to go between those two, match up right there. So I'm just going to like to oversize those just a little bit. I'm going to go like that. And go. Now let's go cut these up. Alright guys, so next we need to square up the individual pieces here. What I mean square up is I need this square with that face and the same here, so they can come here, so they're not going to be like this or like that. So you may think that this micarta is flat, but it's not always flat. It can sometimes have a little bit of a cup to it or something, so I like to make sure I get it all flat first. So what I do is I start and I just draw some Sharpie marks on here, and of course my Sharpies wore out all of a sudden. Get it good and flat. Alright. Forget that. I'll be right back. Alright, back. New Sharpie. Let's see if this works a little bit better. There we go. Got some around the perimeter, go across. now I'm going to put on tool rest. I've never done this before. And you want to square it up also. Keep one of these 1, 2, 3 blocks sitting right here for this reason. I adjust my light to the side so I can see it come through at this angle so I can tell if it's square or not. So it's pretty good there. Alright. Alright, now we got it square. Don't need much dust collection for this. Flat here, just kind of see how it fits up. Sometimes look at it from the bottom, make sure it doesn't have any play like this or play like that. Good fit up. Good fit up. Alright. I'm gonna move on. Next, I need to prep all the surfaces of all the pieces. So as far as these are concerned, I just took them off the disc grinder. It's 100 grit. Those surfaces are conditioned. They need to be cleaned though. We'll get to that in a minute. Take a little bit of acetone. I don't like to use acetone too much in the knife shop, but for removing magic marker, it usually works really well. Done with the acetone. Next, I want to prep the surface of these orange pieces. What I use is this 3M metal finishing pad. I just keep little pieces of this, cut them off, and just scuff it to a non-shiny finish. Now it's time to glue these suckers up. The way I do this is I take these 2 specialized tools right here and a piece of tile from Home Depot and with a piece of wax paper on it. Got the clamps ready to go. So what I like to do is make sure everything's still good and clean. So first I'll start to mix up my epoxy. This is West Systems G-Flex that I use on everything. Alright, now we're mixed up. Take some, apply it to one piece here, and just spread it nice and thin. Next I'll take the wood. Since I have it balanced on those 2 little smaller pieces of wood, I got to do like each side, one piece at a time. I don't want too much. Make sure you get it all covered. Next, make sure we know where our square surface is. And then just get some on there. Flip it over. Some on here. And set it right there. Now to the micarta. on. Then we take 2-inch clamps from Harbor Freight, depending on the scale size. Sometimes I'll use 2 right here, but I don't need it on this one. I want to push this together, push that down. In a minute I'll put a clamp that'll put pressure this way. And these will want to rise, so you want to make sure you keep those down, because it's very frustrating to have it all that epoxy cure just to find out that you have a gap. Next, I take these bar clamps that I bought at Harbor Freight. What I did was, you can see I've cut the top off there, same there. That way I can put them down and meet up. I also frequently put Vaseline on these surfaces so I don't have to worry about them sticking to the epoxy. Let's go. It doesn't have to be real tight, because get it too tight it'll actually start trying to raise in the middle and that centerpiece will start trying to come up. But you want it snug enough to, usually snug enough to hold the vise is good enough. Actually, that actually came down came up quite a bit. So you want to make sure that that's down. Here. Center. There we go. Push that center piece down. Make sure that one's down. And that's it. We let it cure overnight, and then we can grind it to a rectangle and then use it on the knives. Thanks for watching.